Hi, I've just finished this book, The Phone Box at the Edge of the World by Laura Imai Messina. She's an Italian author who has lived in Tokyo for 20-something years, and this is translated. It has got a very Japanese feel to it, and I picked it up because it just sounded one of those sort of like warming books. And it's about on a windy hill in Japan, in a garden overlooking the sea, stands a disused telephone box. For years, people have travelled to visit the phone box, to pick up the receiver and speak into the wind, to pass their messages to loved ones no longer with us. And that is actually a real place in Japan. And in her afterword, the author does leave a link to the website. And it's based on something that is real. In this story, it's a very gentle and contemplative book. And in this story, in the aftermath of the tsunami of March 2011, Yui has lost her mother and her small daughter. And for a month or so, her home is a square in a gymnasium surrounded by other survivors. She's a radio presenter and she takes telephone calls on her show. And one day, a caller rings up and tells her about this telephone box, this little wind phone. He tells her about it because he goes to talk to his wife. So she makes a trip from Tokyo to this place. It's a long trip. It's a day's. It's not sort of a quick down the road thing. It's several hours traveling. And on the way there, she meets Takeshi, who is also going to the wind phone. And his wife has died, leaving him with his mother and his small daughter. Gradually, these two form a friendship. They seem to be going at the same times. They sit and have lunch together. Then they arrange to travel together once a month, once every couple of months or so. And you have a lovely relationship that is growing. But in all that time, Yui never uses the phone. She wanders around the garden. She gets to know the guardian of the garden. But she never talks. She never uses it to talk to her mother and her daughter. It's a book about people that are coming to terms with their grief. The reasons why they use the wind phone. You have people going there. In the book, you have somebody going there every week, every day. The reasons why they are going there. And the writing is beautiful and the characters are believable in their own journeys with grief and sorrow. But it's a book of finding family. It's a book of hope. It's a book that will make your heart ache in a nice way. If you have to book with lots of twists and turns and plot twists, this isn't one for you. But if you are wanting a book that is gentle and full of hope and warmth, pick this one up. I thought it was really charming, and the way it's written, interleaved with all the chapters, you've got things like you have a receipt or a list, just thing is they're little bookmarks between the chapters. Like the way that sometimes you've lost your bookmark and you pick up the first thing you see and stick it in. It sort of gives you a feeling of something like that. It's a very personal touch to it. I thought it was really nice, and I am so pleased I picked this one up from the charity shop. It's one that a cover attracts me first, and then I look at the blurb and think, yeah, okay, this will be a nice one. And it really is. So, I will leave you. Happy reading. Take care.